Shut up down there. Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the round 5 tips on the Bit of Footy YouTube channel. Hope you guys have been enjoying your days, been staying safe out there. I just got my retainers today, so retainer life hashtag. But yeah, we're gonna go through our tips now. Sorry for the background noise, there's a lot going on downstairs. Alright, but yeah, let's go through the tips nice and quick and easy. So first game, Carlton versus St Kilda tonight, 12th versus 7th on the ladder at Marvel Stadium. It was originally going to be played at the MCG. I still don't think that will affect Carlton's chances of winning. I still think Carlton will be able to win this match. They've got Harry Mackay back in the lineup, and they brought Zach Fisher, is it? It's Zach Fisher, right? Yeah, Zach Fisher in to the lineup as well. And St Kilda have Zach Jones out. He is a very good player for them in the mid. He's a very good, tough player in the midfield for the Saints. Brought in from Sydney, obviously. So I think Carlton will actually upset the odds here, and I think they'll be able to beat the Saints. I feel like they've been doing really well in the past couple of weeks, and I'm sure the Saints have been doing really well themselves. But it will be a very close match, I reckon, and that's why I've only tipped the Blues by 8 points to win this game. But I still think that they will win this game, and I think they're just a little bit more mature than the Saints are. The Saints are just getting there a little bit. They beat the Tigers last week, yeah, sure. But yeah, I think the Blues will be able to hold on 3 weeks in a row for the Blues now, winning close games. So yeah, the Blues by 8 points at Marvel Stadium for that one. We move on to the Friday night game between Collingwood and Essendon. Geez, there's a lot been going on down at Collingwood. Steele Sidebottom suspended for 4 weeks. Lyndon Dunn suspended for 1 week. No Jeremy Howe. But I still think the Pies will be able to win this game. I still think their team has a lot of depth in it, and they'll be able to bring in players that will be able to handle the situation, as well as, you know, all those players that are listed that are out could do. I feel like they'll replace Steele Sidebottom with Treloar. I'm pretty sure they've already done that. I'm not sure who they'll replace Jeremy Howe with. Maybe someone like an Isaac Quaynor to get a bit of run off halfback or the back line, or maybe Jack Madgen. We'll see what they pull in. I still think Essendon are still a chance at winning this game, but I think the Pies will just want to come back from last week's loss. They had a chance to win it and just couldn't do it, so therefore I think the Pies will get over the line by 13 points. I think the Bombers will still put up a fight, but it just won't be enough. It'll be one of those games. Yeah, so the Pies by 13 over the Dons at the MCG. We move on to the Saturday games, and the first one between the Eagles and the Swans takes place at Metricon Stadium. It was originally going to be West Coast versus Richmond, but now it is West Coast versus Sydney. Sydney struggled last week. They really did struggle last week. I feel like the Eagles did much better than the Swans did, even though the Eagles did end up losing. But they put up a bit of a fight, and if there's any game where I reckon the Eagles have to win and will win, I reckon it is this one. It is weird territory for the Swans. The Eagles have been staying up there for weeks now and probably really want to win, so they're going to be doing everything in this game in hopes to get a win. So I feel like the Eagles will win this one by 9 points. It's always a close game between the Eagles and the Swans, so yeah, therefore I've went just the 9-point margin for the Eagles to get over the Swans. Next we have, wow, what a game at GMHBA. Who would have thought this would be a good game? But it's the Cats versus the Suns at 4:35 on GMHBA turf. Wow, this is a surprise tip, and it's going to shock a lot of you, but I'm actually going to go the Gold Coast Suns. I feel like if there's any chance that the Suns can win at GMHBA, now is the perfect time for them to win at GMHBA. There's no crowd. They've got Matt Rowell. He's got his bloody shorts tucked up to his bloody belly button. Yeah, I feel like the Suns will just put up a real fight, and I really feel like if they want to show the competition that they're actually taking it serious this year, they'll want to beat the Cats, and this is genuinely the perfect time. There is no crowd at GMHBA, nothing getting in their way. Geelong have all their star players like Gary Ablett and Dangerfield, but I feel like the pace from the Suns will be able to deliver on this day and catch the Cats off guard. Sure, the Cats are more mature than the Suns, but I feel like a young team, a young uprising team that are now just working through and are just starting to get on top of teams all of a sudden and bring the fight to the game, will be able to get over the Cats' maturity. So therefore, I feel like the Suns will win this game by 10 points only. Close games galore this week, I'll tell you what. Next we have the Dogs versus the Roos at Marvel Stadium. Another close game, as it always is. I feel like it's always below a kick. Whoever wins these games wins by below a kick is what I should have said. North Melbourne almost winning against the Hawks last week, but they pushed it too late. The Dogs, though, they beat the Swans and they're coming off, but they've lost Aaron Norton for this game, but I still feel like they'll be able to get the chocolates in this one. I feel like their skipper will be able to rise up. I'm not sure if Cunnington's going to be in or out for this game. I never know, because I always record these before the teams come out tonight. So I still think the Dogs will be able to get over the line. I feel like they'll just be able to get over the line by a hefty margin of 16 points over the Roos. I still feel like the Roos will do what they did last week, probably get the Dogs out. The Dogs will get out into like a big lead, then North will come back. The Dogs will push the lead out a little bit further, then North will get in with the kick and then they'll lose. But I feel like they always do that, but I feel like the Dogs are a much more faster and better team than North Melbourne are right now. North Melbourne are just sometimes really frustrating to watch, and they haven't quite got that team cohesion yet. So right now I feel like the Dogs will win this game by 16 points. Then we have the Lions versus the Power. This is one of the most toughest games to tip of the round. It's third versus first. Undefeated Port Adelaide. Lions coming off three in a row. It's a huge game for both clubs. Port Adelaide, if they win this game, they just remain undefeated and look scary at the top of the ladder. The Lions, if they win this game, they've got their mojo back, and it was really tough to choose because, you know, the Power have Charlie Dixon, they've got all this forward line cohesion going right now. But I still think just because of the home ground advantage, and I feel like the Lions are starting to click together now, and Cam Rayner and Charlie Cameron and all that are just starting to rise up and just click together. It'll be a very close match, but I just went the Lions by 3 points. I feel like their pace will outpace Port Adelaide's pace. That was a lot of pace in one sentence, but I just went the Lions by 3 points. Give me a break, it's 3 points. It'll be a close game. I will not be surprised though if Port Adelaide did come up winning this game, but I went the Lions by 3, so don't hurt me please. Adelaide versus Freo is next at the Metricon Stadium, 105 game on a Sunday. What can I say about this? The Crows, they're in bloody shambles at the moment, aren't they? They just don't really have anything going for them at the moment. The Dockers, on the other hand, do. Sure, Nat 5 may be out of this game, but still, I feel like Dockers will be able to get over the line in this game. I just feel like Adelaide don't have anything working for them right now. It's just, they look like a lost cause at the moment. And therefore, I'm gonna go the Dockers by 22 points over the Crows here at Metricon Stadium. But again, in this game, I would not be surprised if the Crows were to come up winners. The next game is the Sunday evening game between Richmond and Melbourne at the MCG. Melbourne almost coming off a win last week. Richmond, well, they got slaughtered by Melbourne by St Kilda last week, but I feel like they will win this game quite comfortably at the MCG. I feel like they want to get back for those 2 weeks that they lost. I feel like they'll just rev up the engines. I feel like this is also a game that Lynch and Revolt will come to light as a clicking forward line connection. They'll bounce off one another. They'll know what to do with each other. So yeah, I feel like Richmond will win this game by a margin of 17 points over the D's. And the last game of the weekend sees the Giants take on the Hawks at Giant Stadium. The Hawks are very talented, aren't they, right now? They're going on a good roll, but I still feel like the Giants have enough firepower. And just when you forget about a player in the Giants, they just bob up out of nowhere. How about Tom Green last week? He was an absolute unit. They've got Toby Green back as well. So all these star players have returned for the Giants, which is going to make them hard to defeat nowadays. Hawthorn will definitely put up a challenge. That that's why I've only went the Giants by 7 points. I still feel like the Giants will just get over the Hawks firepower that they've got going now. But yeah, it'll be a very entertaining game, this one, the Giants versus the Hawks. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching this video. Tomorrow I've got a video coming out on my favourite Collingwood versus Essendon match that I've been to. So I will see... I'll see you tomorrow.